we were watching this movie, Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara. Me and my husband, we both were watching, and it was about like following your passion and your dreams. So it came it's full circle. So that was the reason it was kind of a it was hard to believe that it was Katrina herself messaging me.
Welcome to the Arts to Hearts podcast, a show where we take a peek into the hearts and lives of our favorite artists. From running a creative business and practice to mindset, we talk about everything that goes behind into making a life and a career that you adore as an artist. Think of this as your happy hour with your favorite artist in your studio. Hear them share the messy and the wonderful side of creating and living a creative, heartfelt life within and outside our studios. As you tune in, be ready to be inspired and encouraged. I'm your host, Charuka Arora, an artist, designer, entrepreneur, and founder of Arts to Hearts project. Thank you so much for being here. Let's jump right in. Hey, you guys, welcome back to the Arts to Hearts podcast. This is your host, Charuka Arora. And I am so excited to be back here with someone I've had previously on the podcast. This is for the first time that I have like a guest who's appeared before on the podcast. So let me give you a quick background on what's been happening and why this is happening. So a few months ago, I was recording this episode with Gauravi. This is episode number 14, where we had Gauravi as our guest on the podcast, and I and Gauravi had such a wonderful conversation about her work, how she has, put herself together, her creative practice, and the kind of work that she's making. And, she has this magical, mystical kind of feel. And we spoke about all of those things. In that episode, Gauravi had mentioned about an upcoming project that she was very excited about, and she just shared that with us. But she also said that she couldn't mention the entire project until it was released because she was bounded by contracts. But now that the project was and is live, I had followed up with Corby, and we've been hoping to do this follow up episode so that Corby can share all these details and her amazing experience with all of us. So finally, we've managed to record this episode, and I have Corby with me today. Welcome to the podcast, Corby.
Hi, Charuka, and hello to everyone else who's listening.
So how does it feels to be back on the same podcast another time?
Amazing. I'm excited.
Yes. Now you're more like you're full prepared. Like you've got this.
Yeah.
Perfect. So I remember last time we had such a wonderful conversation, and unfortunately, however
Right.
hard I tried to record this episode earlier, we just couldn't make this possible. But I'm so excited that we're doing this today now because I am so proud of you, and I'm so happy if it.
Thank you so much.
Would you like to talk about what I am talking about, and would you finally share the big secret and the project and talk about it?
So it's not a secret anymore.
Yes.
So, let me tell you how this happened. Like, I am on Instagram, as you know, so I keep on posting everything which is happening in my studio and about my studio, about my work, and it is kind of a diary to me. So there, Katrina Kaif, she is a renowned, she's a very
Indian.
popular Bollywood actress. Uh, she did many movies, and I'm kind of a fan of her. And so I feel I watched Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara is one of her movie, and it was very inspiring for me.
You know what? I am sure a lot of people, a lot of my friends who are based in the US, a lot of them actually watch Bollywood. So
Yeah,
it wouldn't be a surprise that a few of them listening to this episode would recognize who we're talking about. But in nutshell,
right.
what Gauri is saying and what we're saying is that Katrina Kaif is like this huge popular um, actress in India, which is quite a big deal, and she noticed Gauri's work. Is that what you're saying?
And one another thing which I would like to add, that she is an amazing person,
Oh wow.
very down to earth, and very sweet. So,
Oh,
and very kind. Actually, she noticed my work and she was kind enough to acknowledge my work, and she messaged me on
so
Instagram.
she herself messaged you.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh
yeah.
my
She
God.
messaged me, and I was like,
Did you believe it
at
in the
first,
first place that it was?
no, no, no. That's what I was about to tell you. So it was like maybe it's from some fake account or something. So I read this message and I was not too sure if that was from Katrina herself.
What did she say? What did she say?
So she mentioned that she liked my work,
Wow.
and she wants to talk about our project. Uh, so she asked me for my phone number.
Oh
So
wow.
so then I checked her profile and I was like, wow, this is Katrina herself. So that was like mm, a fairy tale.
Oh my God. Yeah,
Hard
I
to
mean,
believe
it's
actually.
like
So
all of those dreams that we often think like someone will
yeah.
notice, someone that we really like, someone that we really
Mm-hmm.
look up to, or like
Mm-hmm.
someone, a celebrity, or all of those. And suddenly out of nowhere, like,
As I mentioned, like long time back, we were watching this movie, Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara. Me and my husband, we both were watching, and it was about like following your passion and your dreams. So it came
full
uh,
circle.
it's full circle. So that was the reason it was kind of a it was hard to believe that it was Katrina herself
Oh wow.
messaging me.
Who
So
did
she
you
asked
tell
for my number
first?
about
When
this.
this message, like when she messaged
My
you,
husband, of course.
and you were like,
So
someone is scamming you, or like, pinch
yeah,
me,
at
is this
first I
true?
yeah. So I messaged him and with a screenshot of the message, and then so I forwarded.
What
That
was
was
his
on my.
reaction?
He was super happy,
He
but
believed
he
it.
is yeah. He believed it. So I forwarded my number to her, and then I think after some time she called me, and I was like, she was explaining the whole thing.
Did you? I will have a lot of questions this episode, believe me. And they are not going to be my usual questions. The first question: did you sleep from the time she asked your number till the time she actually called you?
I was excited, and it was quite natural, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, uh, so I forwarded my number to her, and first she called me, and I think that was on my birthday.
Oh,
Um,
wow. She called you on your
so
birthday.
yeah, no, not to, of course, not to wish me, but accidentally.
Oh wow.
So it was just by chance that she called me on my birthday,
Yeah.
and that
What
was
timing?
yeah. So she mentioned about the whole this thing, eye palette, the concepts, and what she was expecting from me. So I was in awe, and I was just listening to her uh, like I was just admiring her voice, you can say.
I can believe
So,
that.
so
It was just
I
you and Katrina Kaif talking on the phone, just the two of
yeah, yeah,
you,
yeah. So I
and you are
told
rowing over
her,
her.
yeah, I told her, like, I think it is better if you like mail me, or if your manager calls me.
Oh wow,
So,
look at you, all
so
set
I'm
and
too
ready.
excited to listen to all this. she was she was smiling to hear that, and then after that, I got the whole Nykaa team. They called me. They invited me to Mumbai for a meeting, and I went there.
When, okay,
They
let's also go into the timeline. When was all of this happening?
So it was long back actually. I think 2 years back.
Oh my God.
Because
Oh my.
yeah,
It
even
takes a lot of time.
it takes a lot of time because the whole team is involved. The designing part is there, the packaging. Then this COVID happened,
Yeah.
so everything got delayed for this because of this. So yeah, then I went to Mumbai, and it was like
You went to the Nykaa office. So, okay, guys, Nykaa is like
hmm,
a very big e-retailer in India. So they are
hmm, hmm,
cosmetics and
hmm,
now fashion e-retailers and
hmm,
offline and online
hmm, hmm,
retailers.
hmm,
So
hmm,
they do brand collaborations with high-end celebrities. So basically,
hmm.
Nykaa launched a range of exclusive
Katrina.
cosmetic
Hmm,
line with Katrina
hmm,
Kaif, and
hmm, hmm.
Borvi was the uh, what were,
I
how would you put
I
it?
I designed the packaging for eyeshadow
Amazing.
palette. So I like when I went there. There's this graphic designer. Her name is Tanvi.
Okay.
So she was she was so supportive throughout, and
Wow.
I was uh, like working with her throughout, and um, so yeah. So when I went there, there was the CEO of Nykaa was there, and then Falguni was
Yeah.
there, the owner of Nykaa.
Yeah.
So it was so inspiring to see all these women working together and like running this
Whole
uh,
thing.
the whole thing. So Katrina was also there uh, during the
Did you
meeting.
did you did you
So
feel like, oh my God, this is this for real?
I was,
Like
yes,
this
I
really
was
happening?
nervous. Yeah, it was kind of like I don't know, it was not real. It doesn't seem real to me at that time. And they kind of projected my Insta this thing profile on the screen, and I was
See.
like, wow.
Wow.
So
Are
I
you
I
going
used to
to?
post like anything on Insta, and suddenly it was there on the screen, and I was a bit
Oh my God.
shy and nervous. So, uh, but they were super. They made me super comfortable. So
Wow. This is so
it
nice
was
to
a
hear.
very,
So nice to hear. it's
yeah,
it's
they were
truly
super
inspiring to
supportive.
see, like, these people, like, people, I think the first thing is valuing artists, uh,
Yes, yes,
understanding what they're bringing on the table, and they truly
right.
treating it the same way. And the
Mm-hmm.
second thing I feel like what's really inspiring about the story is that, um, how we subconsciously we feel like nobody's looking at us, and suddenly you
Mm-hmm.
come out of some suddenly this magical thing happens, and then you realize, like,
Mm-hmm.
how even little effort that keeps going, that if you put yourself out there even one day at a time, uh, what's meant for you will come for you. And then
Yeah.
all this initiative, like choosing a women artist, the product is for women,
Mm-hmm.
the
Mm-hmm.
brand, the actress, she's a big name, she's
Mm-hmm.
done so much. Katrina Kaif has done so much in here for
Mm-hmm.
herself in India.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
then, of course, Falguni is such an
Hmm.
inspiration for people in India
Seriously, yes.
who has, like, set up this big name for herself
Hmm.
in the
Hmm.
startup world, in the tech world, in the fashion world, all of this together. And then there you are, so inspiring.
It was so inspiring to see all these lovely ladies like working together and making things happen. So, um so it was like I will cherish this for the rest of my life. So it was amazing working with them, with the whole team, like each one
Wow,
of them. It was really nice working with them. It was
amazing. Okay, then what
amazing.
happened next? But did you did you
So
close the project then? Was it like a
no,
done deal, or you still?
they gave me this small brief about the what they are. thinking of for this eyeshadow palette that they are going to launch, that they were going to launch. So the thing was, I could relate to what they were talking about because I was working on the same lines. I was working with the same emotions. So I immediately kind of got what
Aligned
they
with
were.
the
Yeah. So then I was given all the freedom. Trust me, there
wow.
was no restriction, nothing at all, and I that was the reason I enjoyed working on this whole uh, this thing project. So uh, there was no guidelines. There were just they just gave me this these themes which I was already kind of working on.
Working
I
on.
could,
So it did not feel
yeah,
weird or hard for you.
no, not at all. It was like very easy and it went very smooth the whole process, and I enjoyed the like every bit of it.
Wow.
So they gave me enough time which I needed. So and all the freedom and all the support.
Wow.
So
How did your creative process for this collaboration was? How did it turn out?
so
Were you working?
as I mentioned, I was already working on these emotions in my work. So so I just like it was very free flowing, I should say, the whole process, and it went very smoothly.
And let's talk about when you were ready. How did you show them how did you show Katrina? How involved was Katrina in this whole process actually?
Katrina was I was, as I mentioned, I was working with this girl,
Yeah.
Tanvi, who was a graphic designer. So I was in regular touch with her, and we were a team. So,
Wow.
and she's a good friend now. So,
Wonderful.
yeah,
Shout out to Tanvi then.
yeah. So she's amazing. I bothered her a lot, I guess. So, yeah, because yeah, when this thing finally came out, um, it is actually the effort of the whole team.
Absolutely.
So from packaging to choosing the right, I should say, paper for the illustration and right font for the illustration. It's a whole team
Yeah.
which was
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah.
That's very true. That's very true. So
So
then how did you feel when you finally saw your work on the package and then like when it was in
I
your
was
hands?
I was super happy. I was so excited, and I when I got this, I was so many people they posted online with the videos of this. So
When did you
it's
see it for the first time?
so they sent me this package,
Sample.
Nykaa. They were kind enough to send me the whole the like package to me, and I keep on like admiring. I still need. So it's lying in my
Just
studio.
yeah, if someone's watching this video, they can see Corby showing the packaging right now. So I'll upload this on YouTube as well, the video version of the podcast, so that you can see what Corby is talking about. But also, if you're not watching this on YouTube, I will attach all these beautiful artworks and the packaging and everything on the show notes so that you get all the scoop behind the scenes.
Thank you.
No problem. Okay. So then what? What was the favorite part for you in this entire process?
Favorite part was when I was drawing for the when I got the theme and um, I was drawing for these on these themes, and yeah, I think drawing was the most interesting part.
Wow. Okay. Another very important question actually. Like I'll ask you, um, One, um, has this experience as an artist? I'm also asking this especially in context to India because at least I feel that, I don't know, that we still, a lot of artists here are still very close when it comes to what being artist means. You know, has this opportunity, how has this opportunity changed your perception or what you think or you want to go in directions? Has it altered anything for you?
I think now I'm more open to new
Yeah.
things. I did children's books as well, illustration for children's books. So everything, anything which excites me, I say yes to
Yes.
that project.
Yeah.
So and I'm open to like new projects and new things. I think it is important to
Yeah.
keep you excited and going.
That's true. Yeah, and I think also I've seen a difference. Like, um, how has your view for Instagram shaped after this incident?
So you never know who is noticing your work. Important thing is keep on working. Keep that spark on in you, and just keep on going.
Yeah, so good.
You never know who will notice you next, and maybe actually I think when you put your work out there, uh, people they find a way to take your work to another level.
Yeah,
So that is the most exciting part of Instagram, I feel.
that's so true. That's so well put together, actually. And the thing is that sometimes we all know how Instagram is for us. It's like a love and hate relationship, but it's also given so many of us so many good things that we that may not have been possible if it wasn't here. What I'm basically trying to say is that I have seen a lot of artists have inhibitions about Instagram and all of that. By that first, listen, I have another question. Okay, I before I forget, did you ask Katrina how did she find you? Where did she find you? Like, how did she just randomly stumbled upon your Instagram ID? How did that happen for her?
No,
Oh no.
to be very frank, I think
Oh my God. You need to ask her that now for all of us.
okay, if she's listening, I think she needs to.
Yeah, you need to send this episode to Katrina Guest and
Yeah,
everyone
sure.
else.
I will.
And
I
then
will.
hopefully she will let us know that how did she discover you, because it's so amazing. Like, we sometimes we so self criticize, get like self sabotage ourselves, and especially in the circle of likes and comments and shares and all of those things. Instead, I think what I truly love about your work is the organicness of it, how fluid you are, how organic it feels, and I'm sure that's what must have really pulled Katrina as well.
I need to ask her.
I'm sure that's what it is. Pretty sure. Okay. Um, one technical aspect. You let me know if this is something works for you. When I'm sure this is the first time that you've done a collaboration at this level, and especially in this
Mhm.
way. Am I right?
Mhm.
Right.
Right. Mhm.
Um, how did you figure out, especially as business, what made sense for you? If this was, um, if this was the opportunity that was worth your time, because it's a long project. If you were, basically, if you were being paid enough, or even like what you should code, because I think this is a very common question that comes from artists.
Mhm.
On any level, like if they're given an opportunity, the first thing they come up is that even in our own groups and in our community, people keep asking, oh, someone reached to us and they want to do, how much should I charge, how much should I do this?
Mhm.
Now, of course, there's no industry standard. There's generally, like, there's no framework that people work. It's only when we share with our peers and things like that. But I feel like the kind of collaboration you had, How did
Mhm.
you figure that out for yourself?
So I think the first thing should be, do you really want to do it?
Yeah.
You This should be the first question you should ask yourself, when something comes up or some collaboration comes up or some project comes up. So first thing which comes to which ask myself is, do I really want to do that? Am I excited about that?
Yeah.
So if I'm not excited and I'm not happy, then I think there is no
Right.
point uh, doing the whole thing.
Yeah.
And I think I'm uh, quite, you can say, uh, hesitant when it comes to negotiations and
Yeah, exactly. And you're not
financial.
alone, because
Ha, ha.
talking about money is so hard for so many of us.
Hmm, hmm,
We
hmm, hmm.
and also it's now I feel like it's we've given this perception that it's like a negative thing. It's like, oh, you
No,
should
no,
not be
no.
talking about
Hmm, hmm,
money
hmm.
or all of that, or even fairly asking for what you deserve. I mean,
Right.
that is very important.
That is important. So, this thing I learned slowly with experience, and luckily for this project, I have there were not much about negotiations. I was
Yeah.
paid
Yeah.
well, and as you can see, Katrina, she was never shy to mention my
Promote
name,
you. Yeah, that was
promote
also
promote my.
another thing I really liked about this, because I feel like
Hmm,
these are very, we all, and I really want to ask this on the podcast because we all celebrate the good part. But, even when I, as a listener, if I was listening to this episode, I would end up with the questions like, okay, this happened to her. Wow. It may happen to me as well. And,
hmm,
we come
hmm,
with
hmm,
this thought, but the second thought comes in,
hmm,
okay, what if, how will, how will I figure out
hmm, hmm, hmm,
if how am I being, should I take this opportunity or not, am I being treated well or not, am I being paid well or not? And these are such important questions, but because people don't talk about them enough,
hmm,
um,
hmm,
they'd never come on the spotlight. Because like,
hmm,
credits, you were not only given credits. I remember I saw at the launch also, I
hmm,
think Katrina Kaif shared a photograph with you. Was it
hmm.
you
Yeah,
or
yeah,
I saw
yeah, yeah,
that.
yeah. And there's a mention on the back of the cover as well. So
Okay.
my name is there.
Yeah, wow. How does it feel to see that?
Great.
Oh, wow. You're going to show your children and children of children, and this is going to become this heirloom that's going to go from generations to generations now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay, what was the hardest part in this process for you?
I think it went very smooth, and it went very smooth actually.
Nothing that you felt like maybe for your own self, getting over your own, maybe any of your own thoughts that you were dealing with,
Not at all.
anything.
It's luckily this went very smooth, very
So
smooth.
amazing. Because we also, like, I think this is, at least I'm for sure, I'm a overthinker. Like, there's like an overthinker, and I'm way beyond all of those people, because I will overthink things to an extent that I will even if I feel like, we have these tendencies. If something's so good, how is it so good? There must be something wrong. Like, these are very.
So I'm an overthinker myself, Charaka.
Wow.
So
Did you
I
you
think
did not overthink this time?
I did, but I think my husband, who is also a businessman, a
Yeah.
graphic designer, and I think he kind of guided me with the
Yeah.
whole thing, and whenever a project comes and the
He's
collaboration
there with
comes,
you.
he's always there guiding me about the uh, financial part as well. So, and I'm always shying away from the and not talking much about the finances. I
Yeah.
so but this is important. You need to
Yeah.
pay your bills as well.
Absolutely. Yeah. And you have us, we all get to pay. Like we all are doing our jobs. Everyone gets paid
Hmm.
for their job. Artists
Hmm.
gets paid for their job, and there's there's nothing. I mean, because I think it's just with this whole thing that's been set on artists, and that's why there's this money taboo, and especially as I think, especially women, we as women
Hmm.
who did not grow up talking about women in the family, um,
Hmm.
it's a little more harder for us because
Hmm.
when that happens for the first time, when you have to negotiate. I still remember when I moved out of my parents' house 10 years ago. There were
Hmm.
so many things I had to do on my own, and even now, there's so many things that I do on my own for the first time. Like if you want to buy, I mean, from buying something in the beginning, from renting a place to buying a house, or we all do things for the first time. And
Right.
10 years ago, I did not have a clue. I was a very independent child. But even then, as a woman, I did not, my father never discussed things what he discussed with my brother. So I never knew
Hmm.
how these things worked and like how business works. Of course, I knew how business works, but what only I saw, not the part that I did
Hmm.
not see, which was the money, the
Hmm.
financials, how the negotiations happen, and all of that. And it takes
Hmm.
so much of mental reworking to align
Hmm.
ourselves with that. This is a part of the process. We all do this. There's nobody, we're
Hmm.
all working here and we all need to do this.
Right. And it is important. I think with experience also, one gains this. I mean, with experience, you got to know how to talk about money
Yeah.
part as well, which is important. It is a part of process.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. What's the best memory in this entire process? Can you share any one memory that you really, really will savor for your life? I'm sure the entire project you will. Anything specifically that you would want to share?
There were like first when Katrina she messaged me.
Oh wow! Did you? I'm
That
sure
was
you should
the
just screenshot, print it, frame it, hang it.
no, I kind of I don't like sharing the private messages of
Oh,
people.
yeah, yeah,
So
absolutely.
for
No, but
my
you
own
can keep it in
promotion
your
or
own
something.
studio. You can keep it
Yeah,
on your
yeah, it
own
is.
wall.
Yeah, yeah, it is with me. So, in fact, I still have the messages from Katrina.
Oh
Uh,
wow, amazing.
so yeah.
Okay,
So
so
that was
before
the
I,
thing, and when it actually came into life, these products part, which I will remember for the rest of my life.
lovely. Okay, so thank you so much, Corby. This was so amazing. I am so glad that I had the opportunity uh, to share and hear and learn from your amazing experience. And I only wish, I know there's truly so much good things coming on your way. And
Thank you. Thank you,
before I
Sarika.
let you go, I just want to ask you, is there anything that you would want to share right now with us? Anything that you're working on, any future projects, or just in general? I will definitely link all of these products, the whole collection, and this thing on the show notes. But if there's anything else you want to mention,
Yeah, actually, I'm working on embroidery tote bags
yeah,
mostly, in collaboration with Choti Si Asha, which is NGO in Chandigarh. So they are supporting women. So they are teaching them. They are helping them with like improving their skills. And I'm working with one of the females in my studio, and we
wow,
are coming up with embroidery bags. So
lovely.
those are still in progress. So I'm hoping
Where can people
the
find these all the details for this?
so these will come on my website sometime very soon, maybe next month. So Yeah.
Can you mention your website?
Yeah, it's gaurvisharma.com.
Perfect. So, guys, if you want to check out Gobby's work, if you want to see the project that she did in collaboration with Nykaa and Katrina Kif, and everything that we spoke about, you can go to www.hearts2heartsproject.com, and you will find the show notes on the homepage, on the podcast page, and we'll link all the details with everything about this project in the show notes itself. So yeah, I definitely recommend go checking this out. Thank you, Gauri. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Charuka.
Bye. I hope you have a good
Bye.
day.
You too. Bye.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode. You can find all the details and links mentioned in the show notes of this episode available on www.hearts2heartsproject.com. And if you like this episode, please don't forget to tag us in your stories and leave us a review here on iTunes or any of your favorite platforms. It really helps us to keep the show going. Thank you so much. I'm sending you lots of love and I can't wait to be back here soon again. Bye.